Hey, what's going on? This is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. Another edition of Safe Crypto Club, Safe Crypto Investing Club. Today we're going to review some news, see what's going on, do an update, and then purchase some cryptocurrency. That's what we're going to do today, really quickly. Keep it short, and then we'll keep it moving until next week. As you can see here, the idea here is to practice what I preach here. In terms of what I suggest, okay? I am not your financial advisor. Please, if you're going to do any kind of significant investment into any kind of asset, please make sure you understand that it's okay to seek, that you should seek a financial advisor, professional financial advisor. I'm just sharing my own journey with you here on this experimental portfolio, and we're just gonna have fun doing exactly that. All right, so with that being said, let's dive right in. Let's look at some of the news. Bloomberg Galaxy team up on decentralized finance index. Okay, so index is, like the ETFs. It's like lumping a bunch of stocks into a particular one asset vehicle. So they're starting to do that with decentralized finance. Decentralized finance basically it leverages the cryptocurrency blockchain technology, right? That's the idea. The idea is that there is no one nation controlling any one currency or anything like that, right? All right, so let's see here. Ethereum scaling solution Polygon launches DAO to unite decentralized finance platforms. If you're wondering, DeFi stands for decentralized finance. Polygon will tap into $100 million DeFi fund to promote interoperability and adoption. All right, so mass adoption is we're not close to that at all. So imagine what will happen when that happens, right? So a lot of people in the crypto world always assume that everyone else knows about crypto or they're paying attention. Not necessarily. So this is the time to get in right now. But of course, make sure you're using the right strategies. Make sure your dollar cost averaging. If you're an average person, make sure your dollar cost averaging. You'll see an example of that when I buy today's buy, right? Andreessen signals confidence in play to earn crypto gaming with yield guild investment. VanEck files for Ethereum futures ETF in US. Okay, so that's another ETF news right there from August 19 yesterday. There's going to be a lot of these situations happening. So the more vehicles like ETFs, mutual funds that contains crypto as an asset comes along, that just means additional vehicle for people to put money into the market. If you're already in the market, when people put money in the market, it's a sign that demand is going up. It's a sign that the value of your own asset will go up. That's how people make money in asset classes, in stock market, in real estate. It's the same thing. When people put more money in it, when there's higher demand, the value goes up, right? When people start to panic and they pull money out, then the value goes down. Now, over a period of time, it looks like there's a long-term thing going on here. By the way, I haven't checked the market in a few days, so I'm going to be checking it with you in a few seconds here. Fractional NFT, which is again a way to track hard work using blockchain technology to make sure it's not duplicatable, something like that. I don't fully understand it yet. NFT platform completes $7.9 million in seed funding. Okay. FinTech Collective closes $250 million fund with new DeFi. So a lot of new DeFi, decentralized finance talk all over the place. You see a lot of DeFi talk, a lot of NFT talk. These things represent utility of the blockchain technology, which is what drives cryptocurrency. Okay, so again, mass adoption, we're nowhere close to that at all. It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. So it's completely up to you. Where are you positioned in that game? All right. Wells Fargo, JPMorgan partner with NYDIG to launch Bitcoin funds. Again, these are the massive banks in the United States of America. My friend and I were talking yesterday, and we got to a point where we touched on the exposure that the rest of the world is to the United States, anything finance, right? So if the United States goes through recession, literally right now, still as we speak right now, the rest of the world is also doomed from an economy standpoint. Okay, so if the biggest banks in the United States are doing this kind of things, they're engaging in this kind of projects, you know what time it is, right? BlackRock joins Fidelity and Vanguard as a Bitcoin mining investor. Boom, another great news right there. Google search volume for NFT marketplace OpenSea reached an all-time high. People are searching. Okay, I know because I'm a digital marketer, so I know what that means. You should know what that means. It means how many people are actually searching for this terminology. Again, not even yet close to mass adoption yet, but you can see the trend right there. Ethereum 2.0 staking tops $21 billion. Staking is when people put their money and park it to yield interest, right? So again, another sign that people are believing in the platform or the technology altogether, with merge on the horizon. Okay, so by the way, I need to read up on what Ethereum 2.0 is, but I will do that in time. Bitcoin mining firm Iris Energy files to go public via direct listing on Nasdaq. Okay, so there's the direct link. It's not there yet, but there's a bunch of indirect adoptions going on everywhere. If a company that mines Bitcoin is going to become a stock on a public exchange like Nasdaq, you know what time it is. You know what time it is, right? Is it making sense? I think it is, right? We're getting there. Crypto adoption by individuals growing fastest in Vietnam, India. Yes. All right. So naturally, again, it's technology. So it's just like the smartest phones that we have, right? It's like our smartest phones. You know, the adoption for the smartest phones actually happened in the Middle East, Asia, and even in Africa faster than it did in America, because Americans are arrogant. They think they figured it all out. They kind of like come late to the party when it comes to technology. But those places are moving a lot faster. It's kind of like how faster Ethereum is moving than Bitcoin, you know? So a lot of people are stuck on Bitcoin right now, but the truth is that Bitcoin is actually moving a lot slower than Ethereum in terms of going up percentage wise, return on investment wise, growth rate wise. Okay, those are some of the things you should pay attention to. Mike, Novogratz, Galaxy digital files for a Bitcoin futures ETF. Another one, right? That's another ETF. Ethereum rival Solana has nearly doubled in price in 1 week. Okay, so we need to check that out. Solana, I'm going to check that out. So the rival for Ethereum before now was Cardano, right? So now they're talking about another one called Solana. Okay, this is a crypto that other cryptos can basically operate off of as an operating platform. That's what Ethereum represents. That's what Cardano represents. Now we know Solana, right? Let's see here. Ethereum DEX avoids $350 million DeFi act thanks to white hat heroics. All right, so because it's technology, a lot of security, brand new problems are gonna emerge, right? So security issues, but again, that's the name of the ecosystem. There are people working hard to mitigate against this kind of threats. Okay, so even if there's a little short-term pushback like what just happened with the market recently in May, you best believe that the future is extremely bright. All right, so we're looking at some NFTs here. JPEG mania, how NFTs are capturing the heart of the crypto market. They are. I'm yet to completely understand what we're talking about when it comes to NFTs in terms of how it works. I understand what NFT does, which is to protect the value of artwork, but again, how that's related to demand and supply is still a little bit. The link is not fully connected for me. Solana DeFi now has more than $2 billion flowing through it. Okay, again, Solana is what we just talked about just now, right? Visa's 54 Bitcoin linked cards paved the way for younger generations to spend growing crypto wealth. All right, we're getting there. Visa is now linked to this now. All right, so let's leave that at that. Let's just go ahead and look at what the market is doing. Let's look at what the market is doing. I'm going to refresh CoinMarketCap, and then after that we'll go into updating our experimental portfolio to see how we're doing here. All right, so Bitcoin is up by 3% or 5% in the last 24 hours. The whole market is up by 6% plus. Okay, so my goal personally is to always make sure that my portfolio is close to that, as close as possible, right? So we're going to check our experimental portfolio to see how it's doing. Ethereum by 7%. Okay, now let me show you what I was talking about earlier. I'm going to open this in the new page, and Ethereum in the last like year to date, right? Let's look at year to date. Okay, so year to date, look at Bitcoin. See, it's not much, right? Let's see. Is there a number here that shows me year to date? Year to date. Let's see. Should be able to tell me what year to date. Let's see. Let's go to Trading View. All right. Year to date. Let's see if we can change that to year to date. Is it this one? So I generally don't come into this space because my strategy does not require it. But let's see. That's not it. 1 minute, 30 minutes, 1 hour. There you go. No, that's not what I wanted. 30 minutes. I gotta play around with this. Anyway, let's go back to price. Okay, and year to date. So you can see here. Year to date, does it tell me price change? Does it? Is this? I don't think that's what that is. I'm looking for the percentage growth in the last 1 year. That's what I'm looking for. It doesn't really tell me. Let's look at 1 year. Okay, so if you look at 1 year, you can see that it's still up, right? But if you look at just this year, right? Let's just look at this. Okay, let's look at it like this. Year to date, you can see here that Bitcoin at the beginning of the year was at $29,000. Right now it's at $47,000. So let's just say maybe a little bit under 100% growth, I guess. Let me see. My math is a little 47,000, 29,000. Okay. All right, so here's what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and open a sheet here instead of cracking my head. All right, so we have 39, we have 47, right? And we have equals to 47 minus 39, right? And let's divide it by 39. Okay, and yeah, a little bit over 200%, right? No, sorry, 20% growth. Yep, just 20% growth, right? Now let's do the same thing with Ethereum, right? So look at Ethereum. We'll go to year to date. You can see that Ethereum was at about $736. Right now is at 3,200 or so. 3,200. Okay, 700, 3,200. Let's do the same thing, right? So this is a 700, 3,200. That's 300% growth. Okay, 357% growth. Okay, let's go back. This is 20% to 350, right? 20% to 350. Okay, 20% 350. All right. Now let's see the difference. Okay, the difference between the two. That's 1,600% over. that your money would have grown faster if all your money was in Ethereum. But of course, we diversify. I'm just letting you know that a lot of time people will look at 3,200 and they look at Bitcoin and they say, oh yes, this one is 47,000, and that's how they gauge in it. You have to gauge using a percentage growth, a growth percentage. That's how you want to look at things, and that's really quickly what I wanted to show you. There's probably a way for me to look up that really quickly, but never mind. I'm a novice at this stuff. All right. So Cardano has by 20% in the last 24 hours gone up to, see, this is an example of what I'm talking about, right? So if we look at Cardano, let me use that same method, right? I just erased the spreadsheet. If you look at Cardano was at what, 17 cents, okay, all the way up at $2.53 right now. Thank you goodness I'm inside of Cardano. You're gonna see in a minute here, right? 250, right? Look at this growth. Look at this growth. Even trading volume is up, right? Like people start, like the more it goes up, this is the key thing about how this kind of things work, right? The more it goes up, the more people come in, the more people are attracted to it, the more the value of how much you already have existing grows. This is why you don't want to be the last to adopt a solution. Now, it's not the first time that, if you look at here, it's not the first time that Cardano would test around this price point. It looks like it was at $2.30 at one point here. Well, it just broke that. It's at 250, and if it breaks a resistance, a major resistance like that, you can best assure you can expect it to move as much as up to, what was this, $1.12, the same distance. Okay, it can go up to $3-4 anytime. That growth will be mad crazy. Now let me go ahead and put that number in real quick. Let me see if that sheet I just created is still there. Probably still there. There you go. All right, so let's use the same number right now. This is interesting. All right, so it was at 0.17, right? Now it's at $2.50. Look at that. Okay, 1,300. Okay, now this is Bitcoin right here. Let me copy this and make this Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin right here. Bitcoin was at what, 30, what was it, 39, I think, and now it's at 47. So the growth rate of Bitcoin is the slowest. Oh yeah, that's the same one right here, right? So let's make this Ethereum. Ethereum was at, what was it, 700? Now it's at 3,200. All right, Ethereum is a lot faster. Cardano a whole lot faster. All right, is this making sense? All right, is this making sense? Yeah. So yeah, it's exciting. So I'm glad that you're watching this with me, because this is the beauty of what we've been talking about. Okay, this is what we've been talking about. All right, so this will be Bitcoin. Let me label this. This would be ETH, and this would be just the difference between Bitcoin and ETH. Okay, Bitcoin, BTC versus ETH. That's what that was. That's just different. And this one is Cardano. Okay, but we're not gonna go crazy. Cardano's ADA, I think. We're not gonna go crazy. We still have to diversify, because the idea is to not gamble here. You want to make sure you put as much odds as possible in your favor. Another odd that can go against you is if you are speculating too much on one particular asset movement. There's no one entity that should make up your life, your portfolio, or anything like that. So just keep that at the back of your mind always. All right, keep that at the back of your mind. Let's go back to the market here. Binance coins. Okay, all right, we'll see some movement there too. It's not on Coinbase, so we don't touch anything that's not on Coinbase. That's just a strategy. Why? Don't worry about it, right? Theta is going down because it's going down in terms of how much money is in it, in terms of market cap, because the confidence is coming up again. Okay, Theta is a stable coin, meaning the value never changes from $1, so we don't touch it, right? XRP used to be on Coinbase, not any longer. They had some legal issues. Dogecoin grew by, in the last 24 hours, 8%, right? So 33%. We have a little position in Dogecoin as well. Nothing crazy. All right. So Solana is now number 10. So in the last 7 days went up by 67%. The last 24 hours, 30%. So something happened over the last 7 days that it didn't matter to me, because our strategy, we don't chase after them. When they get on our radar, they get on our radar. We can still play the game. Doesn't matter. Okay, because there's a strategy. All right. Uniswap. All right. So anyway, so let's go. I think we should now go ahead and play some, buy some crypto. Look at what we're doing, and then buy some crypto. So let's look in our portfolio. All right. So let me refresh this. Make sure this is fresh data. All right. Okay, I thought I was 1400. I was like, whoa, right? Well, so right now our portfolio is at 2249.81. Okay, if I change this to 24 hours, it was at 2031.16. All right, so this is the crypto tracker that I use. You can download this using the information that you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen. All right, so 2249.81. So here we're going to change the present to 2249.81. Okay, remember the market is up by 6% today, so we need to be close to that, preferably beat that. Okay, because that's how we test on a daily basis, or maybe in short-term period, how well we're diversified across the market properly, right? The market is going to grow regardless if it's a healthy market. We're not trying to become rich overnight, 24 hours. We just want to get rich. It's two different things, right? Let's see here. 24 hours ago was at 2029.43. 29.43. Okay, so our portfolio is up by 10%. Market is up by 6.48%, if you remember, right? We're beating the market by 67%. That's what I like to see. That's how I like to see it, okay? All right, so now we see how we're doing the market. In terms of ROI, we're up by 25% right now, better from last week. Last week was at, we were at 15%. We were coming from a very negative place, right? Over time, see how the curve was under zero here, right? You can also see the same thing reflected here when the green lines goes under the red, but we've been up now. Thank goodness, probably second week in a row. Again, it really doesn't matter. I just like saying that because we all feel that emotion, right? But our game is not based on that. Our game is long term, 5 to 10 years. 10 to 20 years. I always say 10 to 20 years, just so you know that I have room here, right? For the game we're playing here. We're long on cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. All right, so now let's go. I'm gonna write this in stone, 2249.81. 49.81, because that's a formula linking to the relative performance widget up here, right? So I'm going to link the following week, which is the week we're on right now. As a matter of fact, I can change this date today. So we buy basically 3 days ahead now, because we buy on Fridays now, not Mondays anymore, right? So 20, so we're going to change this to 8 20 21 21 8 20 21. So that pushes all the numbers ahead 7 days at a time, so it's perfect. All right, so 20, so we wrote those in stone. So I'm going to link this back equals to, it's going to link back to here. Sorry about that. All right, X. So now we're on this week 80 20 2021. I'm also going to update this graph. I'm doing double click on them, go on the setup. So it's going to reflect the 35th row. Let's see that graph dropped all the way to zero, right? That's going to change in a minute, right? The same thing here, right? Boom. You can see the blue line drops to zero too, but we're just making it reflect this week because we're about to buy it this week. Okay, we're about to lit up this week right here. Okay, all right, so now let's go buy some cryptocurrency. All right, let's buy some cryptocurrency. But you can see we're already beating the market. That means we're even going to beat the market even more, because if the market is doing well, then I trend in the direction of the market. We'll put some more money in the market. That's called dollar cost average. We come every week, every Friday. If you want that step by step, it's in the description below this video. And you can also watch the 7 days free course on the channel. It's right on this channel. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead and let's look at the. Let's show. Okay, so this is what we're going to be updating today. We're going to be updating this role. All right, so let's go back to Coinbase. We're going to buy some market. So we're going to go under trade. Okay, we go under trade. We're going to, so under trade, we always make sure this is set to tradable assets. That only shows whatever is available in Coinbase, because that's all we play with this strategy. So we're gonna buy the top three. We're gonna spend 75% of our budget, which is $100 a week. We're gonna spend 75% of that on the top three. The last 25% we're gonna play with it. See which. Today we may use discretion. We'll check out the Solana thing. I'm not sure if Solana is on Coinbase. Let's see. Oh, it's on Coinbase. So it's time to buy some Solana. We're gonna buy some Solana. I think that's it, right? Let's actually click into it. Let's see what happened over the past 1 week. So let's look at that. It came from $44 to $71. Okay. So we may use some discretion. Let's look at overtime. Yeah. So what I like about it is it's kind of like an operating platform, kind of like Ethereum, Cardano, right? So, and those, if it's a crypto that represents a blockchain platform where other applications can be run, I really like that idea. That's kind of like an Apple or a Microsoft in the world of computers. They are here for the long run. Okay. So you can see a 200% up in last, So here's what I'm looking at, right? I'm making my judgment. I'm going to continue what I'm doing here without changing. I don't like the fact that it's already went up and it's the first time it's testing the up, it's consolidating. It may come back down again. In that period of time, when it comes back down, maybe to get on my radar here by being somewhere at the top, just like Dogecoin here. I follow where money is altogether, where there's high market cap. That's why I purchased Dogecoin as an exception to the rule when there was a bunch of buzz about it, especially with the news surrounding Elon Musk and things like that. So I'm going to avoid Solana, but I will keep my eyes on it, right? So I'm going to literally go here, and what I'll do is let's go back to trade. Let's go Solana, and I'll add it to my watch list. I want to see what's going on by clicking on that, right? If you want to join Coinbase through me, use the scrolling information. It will help me support the channel. Thank you so much. They'll give you a free $10 worth of Bitcoin. They will give me as well. So it's win-win for everyone. All right, good. So now let's go back to trade. Let's X this out. All right, so I'm going to buy top three. Then I'm going to play with the last 25% of it. So let's go ahead and do this. Pop custom 25. Right? Buy. Now we're going to buy now. Okay. So we're already beating the market by 67%. We are really going to be beating the market now. Because as much as the market is building your portfolio, you're also building it. That's the beauty about this. With money you can afford, you can start as low as $20 a week. And if you follow this journey, that's basically how we started. Let's go to Ethereum. That's the second biggest cryptocurrency right now. And we're going to spend 25% of our money on it. Because why? Because we want to. All right, so that's Boom. And then we'll take a look at the portfolio again. All right, so because there's $385 billion behind it, and Bitcoin still almost $1 trillion behind it. Okay, so I can't beat that. Even if it's not growing as fast, I want a portion of my portfolio in that. Okay, because it's still the king of all cryptocurrency, right? Cardano is the third right now, so that's an easy buy of 25%. Thank God, we've been buying it for a while now. So right now we have 221 in it, 221 Cardano tokens. All right, so we're gonna buy some more, right? And then buy now. All right, so you do know that they charge you a little fee, $1.49 for $25 worth. If you're buying $5 worth, let's say you're spending $20 a week, that should be about $1 or so. It varies, depends on how much you're buying, right? But again, that comes out of your budget, so don't overthink it. Done. Okay, so we've bought 3. Now this is how I spread, this is how we build the portfolio. The last 25% of our budget or weekly budget, we spend it on whatever one is getting beat up that week for whatever reason. It could be a reason in the news. If it's not too much red flag when I read the description, then I'm okay, right? So basically what I do is I go under this change column and I sort it. You clicking on the column header, I sort it, right? So the market is not doing too badly today. You can see there's very few that's doing badly today, as you can see, and this one here is the worst, right? ROI, let's click into it. Let's see if there's any red flags in it. It's been flat. Well, it's been flat for how long? Oh my god, for so long, right? Well, it was up to $3.20, 50 at one point, 60 at one point, and it's been kind of flat, so it's not getting a lot of love. ROI is an Ethereum token. Again, Ethereum is that platform, right? Like Cardano, like Solana, that aims to maintain a stable value. Okay, so it aims to maintain a stable value. It looks like it's a stable coin. That's why. See, that's also, I'm not buying stable coin. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not buying. So it kind of like maintains the same thing at $3. Yeah. So let's see. The ROI exchange rate is determined by supply and demand, while the protocol that issues ROI tries to stabilize its prices by constantly or revaluing it. So there's got to be some kind of motive behind that. I don't understand it. I don't care. It does not fit my criteria. So I'm going back. Okay. Let's do this again. We have, I think DAI may be a stable coin. There you go. It is. It's $1, right? So the market in general is doing very well today. Everything is in the up and up, right? Look at that. Everything is in the up and up. So I see here, this is another one. I think this is another stable coin. I see it says Terra US dollars, meaning the value will never change from $1. It will fluctuate kind of like right about around it. Harvest Finance is right here. Let's see. All right, so based on what I'm seeing today, I think I should just go ahead and buy a Solana. Okay, I think it's just the day to buy some Solana. Let's do that. All right, let's do that. So Solana, yeah, like we said, you can see the movement here in the last 1 year is up. So is it possible that it will go even more up? Yes. Do I really care what it does right now? Nah, let me just buy it, right? Let's just buy it. 25. All right, buy us some Solana, and then we really start to watch it too. So, but again, it's just going to be a piece in the portfolio at large, so it really doesn't matter. All right, so let's go look at the portfolio, right? Portfolio, and you can see that the value of our portfolio has gone up. Let me refresh. Sometimes it takes a minute for everything to go up properly. Let's see. All right, so it's 23.42, right? If we put it out to 25, I just want to see it move up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So up to 23.42.36. So let's adjust this accordingly. 23.42.36. What? 23.42.36. 23.42.36. All right, so now our portfolio is up by 15% today because obviously we added some money. We're beating the market by, even though the market is doing very well today, we're still beating the market by 137%. Okay, and let's go down here. All right, so this one should be reflecting. Okay, yeah, so we need to, so here we're gonna adjust this number right here. This number still says 0. Always adjust that. 23, 42, and 36. All right, so basically this number stays the same. I may come around and update the market during the week. That's what I created the second column for. So you can see our graph has changed moods, right? We're up by 23.80% right now. Why? Because we just added some more money. We still went up. It's perfectly fine, right? So if you look here, you can see what this graph is doing. This is the growth we've been doing since we started this experiment, right? That's beautiful. We like to see the green line above because that means we're making money. During this point, we're not making money, but we stayed long in the game. We're only how many months in? 8 months, something like that, 34 weeks. We're going for 10 years, right? So let's keep that in mind. All right, so let's look at this one too. This represents the ROI percentage. If we're making money, it's above 0. If we're losing money, it's below 0. So we just came back to making money again. Again, we stayed long over time, and that's what's going on. All right, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's look at the details of the portfolio. So we're 25% is in Ethereum right now. That's beautiful. Cardano 24%. Bitcoin 21%. For obvious reason, again, we're putting the same amount of money in the top 3, but Bitcoin is not growing as fast. So there you see right there. Dogecoin, we do have some 4% in there. Litecoin, we used to buy it a lot, but not in recent times. Earlier on, we bought some Litecoin. Same thing with Ripples, right? XRP. Sushi Swap 1% here, right? All right, 1% there. Now, with the growth that Cardano experienced over the last 1 week or 1 month here, you can see why it's taking the second spot, right? There you go. We don't hold on to US dollars in the portfolio or any stable coin. Solana, we're now at 1% with Solana already, right? So a bunch of 1%, a lot of stuff here. So if you look at our portfolio over the last 1 year, you can see that growth, same growth that you see here, basically, right? All right, so sorry about that noise. All right, so we're done here. We're doing well, things are going well. Follow the same strategy. If you want this kind of growth in your assets over time, I don't know, you may have $1,000 you want to put in a week. You can start with as low as $20. Make sure you're not putting any amount of money you cannot afford to lose. I'm not saying that because you're going to lose it. That's not why I'm saying that. The reason why I'm saying that is because you don't want to involve your emotions. You need to keep that emotions in check, either greed or fear. Keep that in check 100% of the time, and you will make money. This same mindset when it comes to running a business, same mindset when it comes to running your life, right? It's not like we don't have emotions. It's that we have to check it, right? We have to put measures in place, position ourselves to win, knowing quite well that we do have emotions, and it is just what it is. It is what it is. We don't get to control if we have emotions or not. We have emotions. The only thing you can control is how you position yourself in a marketplace when you're exposed to other human beings in the form of market or relationships. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated, and I'll see you on the next one, and peace.